Crowd cheering the national anthem. We are getting ready to play football. We are only about 12 minutes away from kickoff. And Lee, the last time these two teams met, it was at Union City, correct?
Yes, week 3 at Union City, and you know it ended up a lot to not very many, but that doesn't tell the whole story. The final score in that ball game, 56-14, and Peabody played an exceptional football game. 349 yards rushing in that ball game. But a key part of Union City's offense, and something that we'll keep an eye on tonight, Drew, is going to be their turnovers. If Union City can protect the football, they're okay. If they turn the ball over a lot, and the offense that they run, it's a veer offense, so there's a lot of movement with the ball between quarterbacks and running backs. If they can protect the ball, Union City is tough to beat, and they got an outstanding running back in Caleb Craig, so we'll keep an eye on number 21 for Union City. But, yes, also in that first game, Peabody had some very short drives. They blocked 2 punts, had great field position. They got 3 of those 6 fumbles that Union City had in the ball game. 1 play 59-yard drive, 3 play 28-yard drive, 2 play 20-yard drive, 8 play 69-yard drive, 1 play 73 yards. So it was big plays in that ball game, and Peabody had a short field to work with. And I really believe, Drew, that we're not going to see that tonight. It's going to be a different ball game than we saw in week 3.
Well, it's going to be a great matchup. On our defense against their offense. I'd like to see how Eubanks is going to do, and also number 6, how he's going to do. Albee against Caleb Craig should be a great matchup.
I can tell you, Jasper missed all of last year with a knee injury. Jasper's had some knee issues this week, so we don't know how much Jasper will be playing, so that will affect this Peabody defense also.
Well, don't forget, we also have he's been playing Jaime Hernandez.
Jaime will be starting tonight.
He's been playing some good ball.
Yeah, Jaime missed 7 games with that broken thumb. So he missed broken digit. I'm not sure if it's a thumb, but Jaime's been back and working hard and getting back into shape. And so Jaime's going to get the start tonight in place of Jasper Albee. And Jaime's going to be okay. He's a go-getter. He will fend for himself, and he will do well in that linebacker position.
And he's going to be one of the ones that are going to be watching this running back from Union City, number 21. Well, that was during the regular season, Lee, and that's fine because the regular season's over with. We won the regular season, but unfortunately, this is the playoffs. And it's one and done. You either win tonight. You know, the first 2 rounds, like I was told earlier today, that's to weed out the wannabes. You know, you weed out the weak teams. The first 2 rounds usually, lopsided scores. Now the cream has definitely risen to the top. From here on out, you're going to be playing teams that got the same amount of firepower as you, or they wouldn't be here.
Well, you're right, and they're not weak teams. They're not as strong as the ones that are left. And you talk about those strong teams. There's 40 number 1 seeds remaining in the playoffs. There's 16 number 2 seeds in the playoffs. There's 4 number 3 seeds, and there's very few teams remaining that were seeded lower than 3rd in their region that are left in the playoffs. But, yeah, you're right. It's the playoffs, and it's big-time football. Peabody and Union City have a history. This is the 88th meeting between the 2 teams, and Union City is leading in that series history, 47-34 and 6 ties. But the last time they played in the playoffs was 3rd round last year, quarterfinal round. It was played at War Memorial Stadium there on the campus of Union City High School. Union City came out on top of that, and a lot of people said, me included, after that ball game, that the winner of that ball game should be the state champion, and that's exactly what happened. Union City defeated Columbia Academy in the semifinals the next week, and then went up to Cookeville and beat Tyner Academy out of Chattanooga for the championship, and that game went to overtime. But in that quarterfinal matchup last year, it was all Union City on the ground. They had 410 yards rushing on 52 carries. It was tied 7-7 at halftime. Union City put a 21 spot on the board in the 3rd quarter to take that game by 1 score. Peabody did have the ball their last possession, and a pass fell incomplete in the end zone, a potential tying touchdown there that fell incomplete.
Well, we are getting ready to go, and the Union City, Peabody doing their tide walk, but the Golden Hurricanes, if we can get a shot of that, They're lining up behind their banner like they want to come out on the field. Already the mind games start. The mind games start because whenever you start playing in the rounds that say final, that's just what it is. It's final. And tonight, the winner goes on to the next round. And who will the winner face tonight?
The winner of Waverly and Riverside, which that also is a rematch. I think Waverly handed Riverside their only loss of the season back during the regular season, but yes, and that game would be at the winner of tonight's ball game. So if Peabody wins, we'll be back here at Walter Kisler Stadium next Friday night eating leftover turkey. But if Union City wins tonight, they'll be on their home field at War Memorial Stadium.
Well, and another big matchup here in West Tennessee, as you know, you got Jackson against Springfield, Jackson Northside against Springfield, but a rematch similar to this one, Haywood against Dyersburg. Dyersburg hosted earlier this season, beat Haywood 48-14, but Haywood was without their star running back, and some say one of the top running backs in the state, DeCourtney Reed, who is healthy now. Also, Haywood's on a 6-game winning streak. They ended the regular season on a 6-game winning streak, and they've won 2, so they've won 8 in a row, and it's a totally different team, totally different situation, just like this game right here.
Yeah, we scrimmaged Haywood in the fall, and back in the spring, and that's an outstanding football team. They played a murderous schedule to start the season also, and they had those key injuries that got everybody back healthy. Now they'll be playing on the turf. So one thing we know for sure, we may not know the outcome, but we know that their uniforms are going to be cleaner after that game than the uniforms on this field here tonight.
And at the reservation, you have Springfield against Jackson Northside. Man, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah, shout out to Big Jesse, Coach Jesse over at Northside. He's come in his first year and done an outstanding job with the Indians, and yeah, that's going to be a heck of a ball game. But yeah, Northside Indians got on a roll during the season and beat Southside in the final week to take that regional championship, and they're still playing in week 3 of the playoffs.
And of course, you have Milan and Covington just going on up the street, just about. I mean, not too far away from here.
Well, let's see. Is that game at Milan or is that Covington?
No, I believe that's at Milan.
That's at Milan. So Gibson County's seeing a lot of folks come into town for high school football here, playoff style.
Yeah. So
2 teams wearing purple. We played Milan early in the year. I don't know anything about Covington other than they've got a very darn good football team. So that's going to be a dogfight over there. And we got to pull for the local teams.
That's right.
But it's going to be a tough matchup as Covington defeated Milan during the regular season pretty handily.
And we defeated Milan. I still say Covington, that'd be a good game. That'd be a good game.
And here we are this week playing a purple team again. You know I love that color.
Well, just to show you how tough this game's going to be, we have 72, Rafe Hanna with a cast on his right hand, and then number 51 for Union City, Connor Terrell, also with a cast.
Yeah, Connor is a kid for Union City that was injured early in the season, and Connor Hurt's going to be playing quarterback for Union City, and it's just this time of the year you're going to have injuries. We talked about Albee not getting the start tonight. We're not sure if we'll see him play at all. He's got knee issues and missed all of last season, as we said. But yeah, this time of the year, Rafe played last week with a cast on his hand and played an outstanding ball game. Peabody has won the toss.
That's right.
And they will receive to start this ball game.
And Peabody's going to get the ball first. As you heard Lee state, they will be moving to the north side of the field, going left to right on your screen. And once again, Michael Chapman with that great shot from the sideline of the coin toss. And Michael Chapman, those shots and the replay shots are courtesy of the good folks at RFC Tactical Rifles, handguns, bolt action, lever, pump action, black powder, pistols, rifles, everything you need. Open 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 9 to 7. Visit them on the web. That's RFC Tactical of Milan at 15423 First Street, South First Street in Milan, Tennessee. And right now they're calling out the starters.
I tell you what, it's getting close to kickoff time.
Well, they don't jump down there now.
I'm excited about it. I tell you, this is a matchup nothing but respect for this Union City program. I've got some great friends up there and employed up there and some great people up there. So I spend a lot of time and see a lot of these folks, weekly or daily basis. But Peabody and Union City rivalry has really gotten special in the last 6 years.
And speaking of friends, let's say hello to our friends who are watching worldwide.
Well, we know they're listening in Wisconsin. We know they're listening in Tampa, Florida. We know they're listening in Texas. We know Corbin is listening out in Tacoma, Washington. I know Miss Sally is listening next door to my mother who's listening. So, yeah, big crowd listening tonight, and we appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, Lee, you just run down there and tell them to hurry up, kick the ball off.
I'm getting nervous now. I'm getting nervous.
All right, well, I want to go ahead and thank everyone for sticking with us all season long. Hey, I appreciate it. I know I come in late. I know I wasn't too familiar with the names, but thank you for your patience, and I appreciate it. And, Lee, thank you for all the help and all the patience this year. We're going to be doing this again next week, but I just wanted to say that right now before we got too carried away with tonight's game. Thank you for helping me out and helping me adapt.
Well, it's been a pleasure, and we thank those sponsors who've gotten us on the air, and thank all of you for listening. We love the kids, and that's what we do it for, is the kids and the families that can't be at the ball games, and it's a lot of fun. I've enjoyed it also. We're not done yet.
That's right. And you've been a pleasure to work with, Lee.
I've enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun. Appreciate it.
All right, well, we are getting ready to kick, and thanks to Lee, Austin Atwell, number 28, I do believe, is going to be kicking off for we're just going to call them Union City. We're not going to throw that word golden around. You're going to have to earn that in tonight's game.
This matchup is going to be golden. I can assure you that. These two teams are going to go at it. You're in store for an outstanding high school football game.
Nice shot from our cameraman there on the sideline, Michael Chapman. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This game has started, and it's a short kicker. They keep it away from our speed guys. And they keep it away from Eli Hammonds and number 7, Hallbrook. But here we go, the Peabody offense. If you listen hard enough, you can hear that engine rev up. As tonight, Lee thinks that we need to open up the passing game, and we are going to find out.
Well, you've got the two-headed monster in Dixon and Wilkins, but you've got a weapon in Noah Hallbrook. We've talked about the weapons that Peabody brings to the table. Dual threat quarterback Cooper Bogus, he can pull it down and run. They've got designed plays for that. He got an option there. It's going to be exciting to watch these two offenses.
Bogus takes the snap. He's going to roll out. Number 7 Hammonds took the snap. Direct Wildcat to the 50, to the 40. One man to beat. 30, 20, 15, 5. Give him 6. And that is the speed of Peabody, and they're ripping it off right away. Noah Hallbrook with an end around, direct Wildcat snap.
Wow, that's a start. That's a start.
That's how you want to start.
People not even settled into their seats yet, and Peabody opened up surprising and put Noah Hallbrook in the quarterback position, shotgun that Wildcat formation, and Noah takes off for a 68-yard touchdown run to start this ballgame. Not the start that Union City would like to see. Extra point, Isaiah Hicks. Isaiah, the sophomore, has done an outstanding job this year. He gets another one there. As we see the replay, Noah Hallbrook, great job by the offensive line, took the linebackers out, and the defensive end was kicked outside, and then Noah just outran the secondary for Union City for a big 68-yard touchdown run on your RFC tactical replay of Peabody Golden Tide's first touchdown of the night. So big plays for Peabody. We talked about big plays and the what they did in that first matchup between these two teams, and Peabody starts it off with a big one right off the bat.
And you've seen it all year, Lee. Peabody, they'll jump on you quick, and next thing you know, with about 8 minutes to go left in the first quarter, you're down 28-0, and whatever you've game planned, you might as well just throw it out the window when you're facing a deficit like that.
Well, it's good to see, though, after the last couple of weeks, especially last week against McKenzie, the Peabody offense really struggled in the first half, against TCA. Peabody offense really struggled in that first half last week, so it's good to see them break one, get ahead right here to start this ball game.
All right, and now Franks kicks the ball, and it goes all the way to about the 20-yard line, goes in between a player's feet. Number 4 gets it, and he cuts the corner. He avoids one tackle, jukes, and finally he just gets run out of bounds by number 7, Hallbrook. Mr. Do Everything. He makes the tackle, and there you go. The Golden Hurricanes set up shop, and they're going to be right at their 16-yard line. As you see it on the RFC tactical replay, he dodges one player, but then he gets rodden out of bounds. Hernandez in on there, and also number 2, Wade. Good special teams coverage all year long. Hey, Peabody's had great special teams, kickoff coverage. Had a lot of practice this year.
Well, they have, and they do a good job. They've got some kids that are really playmakers on that kick coverage team.
There you go. You called it, that flex offense. Moving the ball around, and Peabody able to string that out. And on the tackle, number 50, J.C. Eubanks.
Well, that flex offense, the veer offense, they've got a lot of options out of it. You really tax your defensive tackles in this. They've got to occupy as many offensive blockers as they can on that point of impact there, and let the linebackers and the defensive ends roam from side to side and make those plays. So a lot of pressure on the defense with this veer offense that the Tornadoes run. And their quarterback injured a lot during the season. He's back, and he runs it very well. He's got a lot of experience in it. He's a senior.
Connor Hurt. 2 backs in the backfield with him. Connor Hurt puts a man in motion, takes a snap, hands it off. Does he keep it himself? Yeah, I think he does, and he only falls ahead for a couple of yards. It brings up 3rd down.
We talk about the defensive front for Peabody. Braxton Johnson, the young sophomore, beat his man. He was there. Also, Bryce Franks was in on that, coming from his linebacker position. We see 72, Rafe Hanna in there. He is getting the start tonight. Jaime Hernandez is in there, and then J.C. Eubanks also in there on that play.
All right, there we go. High backfield. Hurt takes the ball, kicks it out to number 24, who tries to cut the corner, and he slips right there where we were telling you about, and he just slipped right down. The turf helped us out on that one.
That's Trayvon Westbrook with the run, and, yeah, they're running to the muddiest part of the field. We talked about that in the pregame, and bringing it to the sideline here. That's one thing that you have to – they're going to fake the dive to that fullback. Quarterback's either going to take it around the edge or give it to that tailback and let him break through the edge. And this is the offense that Union City is going to run, and you know they're going to run it. You just got to stop them.
And Peabody right now just stops. Number 72 was in on the tackle, and that's Rafe Hanna as he ran right into Rafe Hanna. That was number 4 again. I don't have a number 4 on my roster. Do you, Lee?
I don't.
Well, you can see on the tactical replay, RFC tactical replay, look at that. Rafe just swallows him up and brings him down, and now we have 3rd and short right now.
I would be willing to bet that's probably Caleb Craig, number 4. Caleb is their is their big running back. He's their go-to running back.
And they hand the ball off again to number 26, and that is McClendon, and that brings up 4th and very long, 4th and short. And we're going to see what they're going to do. I think the Hurricanes are going to punt, but there's a penalty on the play, and they're going to have to replay the down.
Drew, that is number 4, Caleb Craig. That's their meat and potatoes. He's got over 2,000 yards rushing this year. His number 21 jersey got ripped last week, so he's wearing number 4 now.
Okay. Here we go. 3rd down. They're going to replay it. 3rd down. 3rd and 6 as they get another shot. Man in motion. Hands it off to number 4 who gets the ball. He finds a hole, and he just gets hit, but he stays on his feet. And he is finally wrestled down and bulldogged down by number 2, Wade, and number 10, Parks.
Well, Hammonds did a nice job coming up, but he got smothered by a tight end there coming across and picked him up. He tried to turn it back inside, but there's no black jerseys there to make the stop, so Union City gets their first down of the ball game. And we're going to see a lot of this. Quarterback's going to have a lot of yards, but we talk about Caleb Craig. Over 2,000 yards offense. Last week against Memphis Fairleigh, he had over 200. He had 276 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns in that ball game.
Number 54 in the backfield, that is Jay Ramsey. And They fake to him. The quarterback keeps it, makes it across the 50 to the 45-yard line where he is stopped. They're going to call him short just outside the 45-yard line, more on the 46-yard line, as that brings up a second down.
Drew, this veer offense that Union City runs, your defense, it puts you in a bad situation. You have to play assignment football. Everybody has to be accounted for, and maybe two guys can be in position to make a tackle there, but it's assignment football, and you've got a man that you've got to stay with, and you've got to do that, or Union City will run up and down the field on you.
Just watch the work of Jaime Hernandez as they hand it off to the quarterback. Keeps the ball, makes it out to the 45 to about the 38-yard line. And again, you're seeing that.
Well, that's that keeper. They're going to fake the dive to that fullback. Connor Hurt takes it to the edge there. And we talked about they lost his experience when he got injured early in the season. This young man has been in this offense for 4 years now, and he runs it exceptionally well. And you're going to be saying that a lot. We may mistake a whole lot of times tonight because they carry out their play fakes so very well.
They do. Isaiah Jackson making the play on that one. He's having a tough night. Kicks it off to their big back again, who dodges another player, runs over one of our players, and is finally tripped up by number 10, Parks, who has another great play-saving tackle.
Dixon,
but he just ran over Hammonds.
Dixon and Hernandez got in the backfield there. They just couldn't make the stop as Connor Hurt, that was Cortland Wade there back in the backfield. But with Connor Hurt's speed and his moves, he was able to cut back to the inside, and yes, Parks came up with a big touchdown-saving tackle there.
And that is a first down for Union City. And right now, Connor Hurt, underneath center, puts a man in motion and handed the ball off. Looked like he was faking the number 54, and that is Ramsey. And Ramsey just said, nope, I'm a big guy. I want to run it. And he just kept the ball. And he didn't get much of a gain, but he did get a good solid 3 yards.
Well, I tell you what, and that's a fine young man. I see Jay Ramsey quite a bit there in Union City. He works at the grocery store. We always talk football. I had an opportunity to speak with him before the game tonight. He's ready to play. He's a senior, and you'll see and hear his name on both sides of the ball. He's exceptional on the defensive side as well for these Tornadoes.
And that is Caleb Craig in the backfield. And again, Ramsey just took the ball again, that handoff, and he just falls forward, and he's a stout young man.
Well, what they're doing on this veer offense is the quarterback's going to put it in his belly every time, and he's going to read the defensive end, see who's crashing, see where the linebackers are coming from. He's either going to leave it in the fullback's belly or pull it down himself and take it around the edge, or toss it to the tailback.
And you can hear the Peabody faithful calling for a big defensive stand. 3rd and 5. 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Score Peabody 7, Union City 0. But Union City's had this ball for a good 11 minutes, almost 6 minutes now. Again, Connor Hurt falls. Handoff is fumbled. And Lee, that handoff exchange between Ramsey and Hurt has not been good for the past 3 plays.
Well, that's what we talked about, and we talked about Union City's turnovers as we see the replay now. He's going to put it in that fullback's belly every play, read that defensive end. Sometimes he pulls it, and that's where that's where they have a lot of problems with the turnovers there.
Been some sloppy hand.
Connor
it looks
Hurt
like
was able to come up with and retain possession, but it'll be 4th down for Union City.
4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first period. First quarter, 7-0. Peabody leads. Connor Hurt underneath center. We got movement, but defensive lineman J.C. Eubanks gets back into position.
He jumped, but he didn't cross the lines, and no flag there.
No flag, but we got too much time, too much thinking. And Union City right now, I don't know if they called a timeout.
They did get a timeout,
they
burned their first one here in the first half.
Well, we'd like to thank some of our proud sponsors. New sponsor, how about Hardy Martin Owens Law Firm? They tip the scales in your favor when it comes to law, domestic law. They've got criminal law, also family law. You name it, they can fix. They can take care of it. You have any legal problems or wills, let Harvey Martin and Owens Law Firm tip the scales in your favor. Dynamics Physical Therapy and Fitness, proud supporter of the Golden Tide. Premier Dental Center, they say roll tide. They got 3 locations, Bells, Jackson, and Milan. And the winner tonight, definitely going to be smiling. That's Premier Dental Center. Medical Fit Medical Supplies, the leading supplier of medical equipment for over 20 years. Outback Steakhouse. No rules, just right. And the Hickerson Automotive Group, home of the Napa Legends batteries, Trenton's Napa Auto Parts store. And you can assure a win with Phelan Estes Insurance Agency, your independent insurance dealer of Trenton. And, of course, the Hughes Eye Group, the best in medical and surgical eye care. And once again, we'd like to thank RFC of Milan, 15423 South 1st Street. They're open tomorrow, 9 o'clock until 7. They're open Monday through Saturday from 9 in the morning until 7 o'clock. All your firearms, ammo, mags, scopes, accessories, you name it, they got it at RFC Tactical of Milan. And now we are ready to get back into action. Ramsey in the backfield, along with Craig and Connor Hurt, your quarterback, as he 4th and 5 by the 4th and 5. Big play. Here we go. It's a pitch out. Trying to cut the corner. There's a flag on the play.
Well, I think it's going to be a procedure call against Union City, which that'll be declined. Yeah, illegal shift there is the call, so Peabody will decline that. Great job by Peabody defense there. They when that slot man came in motion, Peabody defense pretty much knew where that ball was going, and that was to Caleb Craig. Nice job. A lot of black jerseys around there. There's Jaime in there.
Yes, Jaime.
There's J.C. Eubanks in there. There's Bryce Franks in there.
Jackson.
Nice defensive stop by Peabody, and they'll take it over 1st and 10 from their 24-yard line. Excuse me.
A lengthy drive by the Hurricanes, but all they can get is just outside the red zone of the Tide. And right now, shotgun formation. That offense has been on the bench for a while. Bogus takes the ball. He's going to cut it to the inside. You see him run. You see him move. Finally, he is brought down by Ramsey, number 54. And what a nice gain.
That's a nice job. We've got an injured Tide player down that looks like a lineman. We can't get the number. We'll check that out. That's a nice job by Cooper Bogus on that play. That's a design play as he's going to get to the edge there, and he cuts it back to the inside. Looks like a couple of guys had a chance, but on that wet surface, that's a nice job by Cooper. And then that's Jay Ramsey coming up to make that stop at the 40-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for Peabody. That's the center, Kel Harvey.
Kel Harvey, yeah.
Kel Harvey limping off. Looks like an ankle. We won't speculate on that injury, but it does look like hobbling off, but coming in off his own power. Coming in to snap will be Logan Whittemore. Logan's a junior. Logan played some in that Union City ball game in week 3 of the season, so Kel Harvey's a senior.
And didn't he play a fill-in later on?
Logan has played.
Yeah.
Logan's played several games at some different positions, but he has played center back in week 3 against this Union City ball club in the second half.
Well,
we'll keep an eye on Kel Harvey. That's a senior and outstanding lineman, so we'll keep an eye on him and see if he can make it back into the ball game. That's a big loss if he can't do that for this Peabody offensive line.
You got number 7, Halbrook in the slot. Franks also in the slot. 4 wide receivers. Bogus drops back, sees a man, throws to Bryce Franks. What a sweet catch by number 86 Franks. What a sweet catch.
We talk about all the weapons that Peabody has, and that's just a little hook pass there, picked up 7 yards for Peabody. Right. And, we talked a couple of times about Peabody has another weapon that they haven't utilized that much in Bryce Franks. He's got good hands and did a nice job there. Picked up 7 yards.
I was going to say that. Everybody talks about, Dixon and also number 8, Wilkins, but everybody forgets Halbrook now.
Pick your poison.
Oh, yeah. Well, here we go. Whistle on the play, and that's going to have to be against us.
Yeah, that's a trick play, and you're just giving it away because their offense got called for illegal procedure there. So, yeah, we may not see that trick play again. It would be interesting to see where that was going to go. We may see it again, but it's going to back them up 5 yards. It's still going to be 2nd down, so Peabody will take another shot at it. 2nd and 8 from the 42.
2:52 and counting to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Peabody, and they just got the ball back after a lengthy drive. We had a nice run by Cooper Bogus. Sets us up with 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line of Peabody, and they are moving.
Cooper Bogus set out wide here, so Noah Halbrook back in the Wildcat.
And he's going to keep it. He finds himself a lane. dodges one man, tries to cut another man, has the first down, and he could be on his way, but he is finally stopped by number 18 from Union City, and that is Sam Thuribald.
Yeah, that's a nice play. You know, the exact same play to this side, to the far side of the field as we saw that long touchdown run. Nice blocking downfield there. That's Bryce Franks got out and got a nice block on the corner. But Noah Halbrook, you know, he gets to the edge. He's tough to stop and got a lot of speed there. So big pickup for Peabody on that 2nd and 8. Noah Halbrook picks up about, 16 yards?
Yes.
So
1st and 10 right now at the 42-yard line of Union City with 2 minutes and 13 seconds to go in the first quarter. And here we go with another nice run by number 3, and that is Noah Halbrook. That is Bogus, Cooper Bogus.
That's a design play. There's no option on that, throw or pull it down and run. He's running all the way on that. Jarrell Dixon comes out, gets a nice block on number 18, the linebacker, and gets Cooper a couple of more yards. But nice to see Jarrell in there throwing blocks to help his teammate out.
And what a great shot. Once again, these sideline shots are Michael Chapman. Oh, now we got a fumble, though, but thank you, Mr. Eubanks. No, Well, there we go, exchanging turnovers, a minute 33 to go. And we've exchanged turnovers. You said keeping hold of the ball.
Yeah, you know, and that's one of the drawbacks. You got an inexperienced center coming in, and I don't think he ever got off a clean snap. I think it hit his leg and dropped straight down. The young man that recovered that was Kobe Terrell for Union City. So Union City gets a turnover. They're going to have it 1st and 10 in this 7-0 ball game.
Minute 32 to go, 7-0. Minute 32 to go in the first quarter. And we'd like to thank you for tuning in to WNWS.com. And that is Connor Hurt underneath center. And behind him, number 4, Craig. Hands it off to Craig. And Craig is stuffed again and gang tackling. Wow. That's some gang tackling.
Well,
you hear about that all the time.
Yeah, that's what you have to do with this offense of Union City. And you see 4 black shirts come in there, and Peabody's defensive front is getting some good penetration there. There's our Panda in there. There's JC in there.
But the
Bryce
spike,
Franks.
yes, the spike was number 72. Did you see him? I mean, he is
Rafe has had an outstanding year on both sides of the ball. Rafe was in there, got the tackle, got in on that tackle for Peabody.
Just watch him. He is just right now. He is just whipping his man. Oh, look at that! They tried to throw the ball back, but it's still alive. And who comes up with it? That's what it's 3rd down.
Yeah,
Union City. Yeah.
Let's see. 56 is back there recovered at Neil Brown for the Tornadoes. All the credit in the world here to Bryce Franks from his linebacker position. He gets out there. And just simply hits the quarterback before he has a chance to get rid of it cleanly. And ball is loose there in the scramble. Jaime had a chance at it. A couple Union City players had a chance at it. Finally, an offensive lineman for the Tornadoes comes up with it. That's a big loss. We're looking at 3rd down and 28 to go for Union City.
RFC Tactical on that replay. We'd like to thank them and the shots from Michael Chapman and Paul Schultze and Lawson Mann running these controls, and we'd like to thank them. And here we go. That is the end of the first quarter. Your score, Peabody 7 and Union City 0. This isn't the Wayback Machine, and you're not Mr. Peabody. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center, a tradition of quality care. State of the art, you'll find it here.
Premier Dental Center would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to all our patients for their continued trust and confidence. Our team is looking forward to sharing the latest in technology with our patients, as well as showing you the positive effects that quality dental care can have on your life. We continue to offer affordable dentistry for your entire family.
Give us a call today to schedule those appointments. We can be reached in Jackson at 300-3000, in Milan at 613-2800, or in our Bells location at 663-9999.
Creating smiles and building confidence. Premier Dental Center.
And we're back live at Walter Kilcher Stadium as we start the second quarter. It is Peabody 7 and Union City 0. And we'd like to thank Rock and Dough Pizza featuring a Saturday and Sunday brunch. Rock out with Rock and Dough. Trenton Medical Clinic, your hometown health provider. King Jewelers Watch and Repair. Check them out on Facebook. Also, for commercial and residential real estate, contact Ed Norman in Trenton. Check out their listings at larealty.com. Eddie's Pharmacy, serving the Trenton area for 53 years. They say roll tide. First and third, let's see, we got 3rd and 28. 3rd and 28, Union City, as Connor Hurt, great football name, is underneath center. Behind him,
It's a great baseball name, too. He's an
Jay
outstanding
Ramsey.
baseball player for the Tornadoes.
Jay Ramsey behind center, and Craig in the backfield. Man in motion. Hands it off to, no, Connor keeps it, follows Ramsey right up the hole, cuts it to the inside, and he makes it out to the 35-yard line. Nice move. Got about, 25 of those 28 yards back on that play.
Got about 18 of them back, so it's still going to be 4th and 12.
Okay.
4th and 12. That's a nice job by Cortland Wade coming up from his safety position there to make the stop. But Connor Hurt with an effective run, but they just had too far to go. And Union City will have to punt it. Hammond's back deep for the Golden Tide.
Well, thank you for that. I didn't know I forgot they had to get to the 46. Here we go. All right. Hammond's smart. Hammond's real smart.
Well,
He doesn't take many chances.
Yeah, he's sure-handed.
Yeah.
And unless he's got some opening there, why take that chance? You catch it clean, and you're getting yourself in pretty good field position starting at the 42-yard line, so right close to midfield there. But we've talked about Hammonds and his hands. Very sure-handed, outstanding baseball player, and that's what they want him to do, field the ones that he can, and if he sees something open, he's certainly got the green light to take off running.
All right. Shotgun formation. Bogus in the back. Cooper Bogus in the backfield. Takes a snap. Hands it, keeps it himself, and he runs right up the middle, and that play works for him all the time. He just follows his guard in the center and just runs right up the center of the field.
Well, we see that play a lot. We saw it a lot in the second half last week, and Whittemore's still out there for this Peabody offensive line. Don't see Kel Harvey on the sideline, but yeah, they're gonna run that play quite a bit. We saw it a lot last week in the second half. They just run through that A gap there.
Oh, yeah.
Cooper Bogus just pulls it down, takes off running a design play, and it's effective there. Picks up 6.5 yards.
Hands the ball off to number 4, and they're keying on Dixon right now. And, that play that Cooper Bogus has been successful on, he really was successful with it against Adamsville. Scored 2 touchdowns off that play.
Well, Cooper's had an outstanding season,
yeah.
and we can talk about his yardage, but, yeah, he's done an outstanding job running this offense, and we talked about the number of weapons, and that's one that you have to watch. Our buddy Ramsey was in on that tackle with a little help from 52 Kobe Terrell for that stop for Union City.
Hands it off to number 7 on the sweep. It
Ball.
cuts to the inside, but he fumbles the ball. And that just popped right up, and it's recovered by number 18 in Union City. And that is the second fumble recovery for Sam Theobald.
Well, this is Sam Theobald is filled in at quarterback when Connor Hurt was out injured, when Connor Hurt was out hurt. But, yeah, nice job. Stuck his head right in there. Let's see, that was 57.
Yeah, that was 57.
Sticking his head in there. Alex Rodriguez and coughed it up as Noah did. And Union City comes up with excellent field position here inside their own territory at the 48-yard line for the Tornadoes to start this drive.
10 minutes to go in the second quarter. 10 minutes to go in the first half. It is Peabody 7, Union City 0. This game is fast. Is being pretty fast. It's almost only 7:30, and we're already moving into the second quarter. Here we go. Number 4 keeps the ball. Craig makes it out to the 40, to the rough side of the field, to the 30, and he is still on his feet. Stumbles, bumbles, just keeps churning and gurning, and there he goes, ladies and gentlemen, just like a refrigerator on roller skates. This young man will not go down.
Well, he's tough to bring down. He is a load. Very strong legs. You can arm tackle him. Look at the number of arm tackles that he breaks. There's 2, the third one coming up, and then he gets through another arm tackle. You got to hit him low and wrap him up. He's too strong. He'll just run through those arm tackles. Big job there. Big offensive play for the Tornadoes. They're threatening inside Peabody's 20-yard line.
Lee, everybody from Peabody was in on that tackle except for us.
I'd have been still watching.
All right. Connor Hurt takes the snap. keeps the ball, tries to go around the corner, has one man to beat, and he runs right into number 2, Connor Wade, and number 10, Quay Parks.
Yeah, and Rafe Hanna out there again from his defensive lineman position did a nice job getting to the edge and turning him back in. Cortland comes up and is in on the tackle. So that's a nice job. You know, you can stop Union City a lot of times, but they're going to bust one occasionally on you, just as they did on that previous play with Caleb Craig, and he's the man to do it. But Connor Hurt can hurt you offensively as well.
8:50 to go in the first half, 7-0 Peabody, but Union City driving 2nd and 10 at Peabody's 15-yard line. Connor Hurt changing the play up. Now they call a timeout. Union City burns its second timeout. Wow, Lee.
Yeah, Coach Bowling didn't like what he saw there didn't match up well the play that he had called against the defense. I think Peabody had some kids in some different spots there. Coach Bowling didn't like what he saw, so he burned that second timeout of that first half.
Well, we'd like to thank Sonic of Jackson, 6th location, Raspberry Tire and Service Center, a proud supporter of the Tide. And don't forget Raspberry Record Service, on call 24/7, one call and you're hooked. And Harvey Martin Owens, that is Hardy Martin Owens Law Firm, tipping the scales in your favor. Yep, they'll tackle your legal problems just like the big tackle Harvey Martin. That's Hardy Martin Owens Law Firm, tipping the scales in your favor. Dynamics Physical Therapy and Fitness, a proud supporter of the Golden Tide. Premier Dental says one team's going to have their fans walking around with big old smiles on their faces tomorrow. And they say Roll Tide, 3 locations in Bells, Jackson, and Milan. And Master Fit Medical Supplies, a leading supplier of medical equipment for over 20 years.
Drew, we'll look at some scores at halftime of this ball game, but other AA quarterfinal matchups, Meigs County is undefeated. They're winning 21-0 at halftime over South Green, and Trousdale County up over undefeated Watertown 7-0 in the first quarter.
All right. Here we go. Connor Hurt underneath center, single back, hands it off to his man Craig, and Craig is wrapped up on the play by number, let's see, who gets number 72, Hannah.
Well, and you're gonna see that play quite a bit. Union City running this very. I'll tell you what, you're not going to see a whole lot of passes. Union City brings a man in motion there, number 2 coming around, and Wes Tillman. But you're not going to see a lot of passes. I'll tell you what, Drew, if Union City passes tonight, if they throw one pass tonight, I'll buy you a Coke next Friday night. How's that?
All right, sure thing. There we go. Connor Franks fakes a handoff, keeps the ball, cuts it up to the inside, and he is wrapped up. And wrapped up hard by number 4, and that is Jarrell Dixon.
Watch Rafe Hanna there coming from his defensive end position. He puts a lot of pressure on him. He just actually overruns Connor Hurt. Connor got to the edge, but still several black jerseys there to make the stop. Brings up another 4th down for Union City. They're going to have it 4th and 4 from inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
All right, here we go. Field goal time by number 2, and that is West Tillman.
2 is the holder. Atwell will be the kicker.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry. Here we go. Oh, they all can't be like our kicker.
Atwell, I don't know how many kicks he's had during the season. Let's see. I've got some numbers here. Let's check. But yeah, he didn't get all of that one.
Right.
And it had no chance whatsoever. Some pressure put on him there. He just didn't get it away clean.
7:06 to go in the first half, and Peabody gets the ball back as they will set up shop right at their 20-yard line. 1st and 10, 7:06 to go, and that field goal just a little bit short. But this is the kind of game that's been. I mean, this has been a pretty topsy-turvy second quarter.
That's a big defensive stand for Peabody.
Oh, yeah. All right, now we hand it off to number 4, Dixon, who headbutts one player, jumps over another, and makes a nice little gain, Lee.
And that's some combat right there.
Oh, yeah.
Jarrell Dixon, and a very powerful runner. I think it was number 18 there, coming up from his defensive in
Pop.
position.
Craig.
That first hit was Craig there.
Wow.
And then 18 came in with the stop for Union City. That's Theobald making the stop for the Tornadoes.
Peabody right now forcing the issue as far as run. They've only had one pass tonight. Am I correct on that, Lee? One pass?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Now Bogus makes it for the second. Oh, little bit high as his man, number 7, was the intended target.
Yeah, that's a nice play as Noah's coming across, and he's trying to get back to the middle of the field. He's got to beat one man, and he didn't get it done there. The pass was overthrown, but he wasn't going to go very far. Nice coverage there by this Tornado defense. That's going to bring up third down at about 8.5 for Peabody.
And here we go, big third down play right now. 5 men wide. You got 3 on the far side, 2 on the near side. Bogus in the backfield by himself. Takes a snap, looks, cocks, locks, throws, has a man, number 1, connects with him, and a nice, graceful catch as he caught him in stride. A little bit high, but still, number 1, Hammonds, was able to pull it in, 1st and 10.
The speed of these Peabody wide receivers put so much pressure on the secondary for Union City in this ball game. That time, Hammonds broke his pattern off and cut to the middle of the field. And that's just your secondary is very vulnerable to that play when you've got trips to one side and twins to another, and running a wide open offense there.
Now he's got a man in the backfield with him. Bogus takes the snap. Now that's number 7 taking the snap, and it's another Wildcat sweep to the right side of the line. Pretty successful. Moves the ball a little bit, keeps the defense honest.
Yeah, and we're going to run that, and Cooper's an outstanding quarterback. Noah's an outstanding athlete. Cooper can catch the ball. Don't be surprised at some point out of this offense and that Wildcat formation, we don't see a pass from Halbrook to Cooper Bogus somewhere on the field.
All right, here we go. It is 2nd and 6. Bogus is in the huddle. And we also have
to take a timeout.
Oh,
here.
yeah. 5 minutes to go in the first half. Lee, your impression so far?
It's been a ball game. It's what we expected. Two teams are going to go at it. It's been a fast ball game because not a lot of passes, and the clock is continuing to run there with all the running plays. But Union City's got some weapons in that offense, and I said at the beginning of the ball game, Union City is going to do what they do, and if you don't stop them, they're going to whip your butt.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that. It's very simple. You got to stop them because you know what's coming. They're not going to throw the ball. Now, they may throw a pass or two. Union City has thrown 12 or 13 passes this entire season. So throwing is not a big option for them, but it can be very effective. That's what the Peabody secondary has to watch out for. At some opportune times, Union City may drop a dime on them somewhere there in the secondary. But defensively, Peabody has played very well. Craig's had a couple of good runs. Ramsey's been tough up the middle there, but Peabody's defense has bent but not break. And, they're working on their 8th shutout of the season. They've got 7 so far this year, and they would love nothing better to get number 8 here against Union City in the playoffs.
Well, here we go. Number 8, Jaquez Wilkins in there. And what a run by Cooper Bogus. Oh, my stars, just faster than everybody on the field as he has a 59-yard touchdown run on a 2nd and 6 play. That is a 59-yard touchdown run by Cooper Bogus.
That's just a big play. Great push by the offensive line for Peabody. Cooper gets to the edge, running right off of the tackle there, in the beat gap. Runs it between the guard and the tackle, and no white jerseys around him. And Cooper's got some pretty good speed, and he makes that touchdown run for Peabody. Isaiah Hicks on for the extra point for Peabody, the young sophomore. It's up and it's good for Peabody, so they're going to take a 14-0 lead here with 5 minutes left in this first half of football. Great job by the offensive line, Peabody Golden Tide there.
Man, I'll tell you what, that's Bogus having a great night. I can't wait to hear what his stats are. But you see it right there. Lee called the play expertly. Just found that hole and just ripped it and turned on the Jets at about the 20-yard line, and he is gone.
Well, and Cooper's got the speed that he can do that. If he gets to that second level, he's got enough wheels that he can break away. And as we said, nice open hole there between the guard and the tackle, and Cooper ran right through it. Peabody goes up 2 scores here with 4 minutes. Hey, that play took 10 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
Took Cooper 10 seconds to run, 58 yards?
That's right.
It would take me 10 minutes to run 58 yards.
I am there with the RFC of Milan bringing us the replays. As you see, Frank's right now getting ready to kick off. RFC of Milan for all your handguns, sporting guns, rifle needs. RFC of Milan, 15423 South 1st Street in Milan. Open tomorrow at 9 o'clock. And a nice kickoff. And takes it at the 20. Hurt with the kickoff reception.
You know, we say every week, we call this name on special teams. That's Desmond Tyler getting downfield. Desmond, a lot of quickness, and he plays with a motor. As you'll see, number 5 come into your picture right there and bounces off of a block and wraps up there around the waist. And that's Desmond Tyler making another stop on this kick coverage team for Peabody.
They send Ramsey off the field. He came in. You have Craig in the backfield along with number 24, Westbrook. And with this Veer offense, any one of them can get the ball or Hurt can keep the ball. We're going to see. And Hurt keeps the ball, goes up inside and runs into the Big Panda.
Yeah, Big Panda there, and he had some help with some friends coming up from the
Hernandez,
secondary. Also, Cortland Wade up to help out on that stop. That's what that offense is going to do. They're going to spread you out, and when he fakes that dive to the fullback, he's going to try and get to that edge and try to find a hole somewhere. But black jerseys were covering all those holes that time, and Connor Hurt never had a chance. He did pick up 2 yards, though.
Peabody 14, Union City 0 with 4 minutes to go in the first half. And Union City's really going to have to get something going on this drive right here, even though they will get the ball back at the beginning of the second half. Hurt hands it off to his big back who just bumbles and stumbles, and he is finally brought down by Hernandez, having another great game, along with number 78. And let's see, who else is in there?
Panda was in on that, and Jaime Hernandez was in on that. But look at the feet. You'll see number 58 down there grabbing his foot. That's Osiris Wilson. Initiated all that contact from his defensive tackle position there. Osiris with the wrap-up, he got a lot of help from his friends.
That is a great defensive line. You don't hear much about them, but they've been pretty much a permanent wall all season long. As Connor Hurt right now checks out of the play, calls up another one. 2 backs in the backfield with him. Hands it off to Craig, who gets stopped again. Now, you got to get past the likes of Eubanks, Hannah, also number 78, you call him the Big Panda, number 7, Johnson, but many teams can't, and right now, once again, they did not get past the first line of defense and wrapped up J.C. Eubanks.
Another 4th down for Union City. They're going to punt it away. This will be Tillman coming in to kick it away, and Peabody's going to get the ball back, hopefully around the 35, 40-yard line. We'll see what Hammonds can do with it, but maybe Peabody can get another chance to put another score on the board.
That punt's not a good one, as it finally rolls down at about the 47-yard line. Not the kind of field position Union City wanted to give the Peabody Golden Tide.
Most definitely not, and Peabody's going to have plenty of time. They've got 2 of their 3 timeouts left here in the first half. Ball will be at the 47-yard line, and Peabody going to try and tack on another one here. I don't think we'll see him take a knee here with 2.5 minutes left in the first half.
No. All right, Whitmore at center, as we had Hill Harvey went out earlier. 2:27 to go in the first half. It's Peabody 14, Union City 0. Bogus puts a man in motion, hands it off to number 7. He drops back, throws, has a man. Oh, number 1 with the catch. Wow, Mr. Hammonds. What a great set of hands. And it's 1st and 10 for the Tide.
Nice job by Noah Halbrook there, coming across on that jet sweep, and then he pulls it up, and Tried to get his feet up under him, but he threw a laser.
Yes.
And that was a dart, and it hit Hammonds right in the numbers there. Eli comes up with a big play off of the arm of Noah Halbrook, and Peabody is in business again inside the 20-yard line.
And Trayvon Westbrook saying, what else do I have to do? Oh, man, Bogus keeps the ball, sweeps it around, cuts it to the inside, and he is brought down by number 43 for Union City.
Second down and about 6 for Peabody from the 15-yard line. That time Cooper tried to get outside and cut it back inside where he was met by several white jersey tornadoes there. Pick up of 3 yards there.
Second and about 7, ball at the 18-yard line as Bogus shotgun formation. Dixon in the backfield with him. He has 2 wide receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side, and hands it off to Dixon, and Dixon just churns and burns and comes across for a touchdown. 18-yard touchdown run with a minute 22 to go in the first half by number 4, Dixon.
Drew, we talk about the power of Jarrell Dixon in his legs, and he did a great job there of the 8 gap, nice blocking up front, and he drags Theobald to the end zone with him. 18-yard touchdown run for Gerald Dixon. Gerald over 1,000 yards rushing, and he leads his team in touchdowns on the season. Puts another one on the board there, and Isaiah Hicks will be coming in to add the PAT. It's up, and it's good for the young sophomore, Isaiah Hicks. So with 1 minute 22 seconds left in this first half of action, Peabody Golden Tide has taken a 3-score lead at 21-0. You see the replay there as Jarrell Dixon, and he just drags Theobald to the end zone. Too powerful there in the legs.
Well, this has been a physical game, and it's going to come down to who is in better shape. And right now, Peabody just seems to be winning that physical battle on both sides of the ball, as that was just one power run play with a minute 22 to go. Peabody's on top, minute 22 to go in the first half. Ladies and gentlemen, one team only has 25 minutes and 22 seconds left to play in their football season.
Well, this game is not over, Drew.
No,
I can assure you, this Union City team, there's no quit in them. They scored late last week to beat Fairleigh, and that was an outstanding football team that they went down and beat. And Union City's not going to quit. They're going to keep playing hard. And I tell you what, if you Coach Jacobs at halftime, you tell your kids, hey, don't take your foot off the pedal. Keep pressing down. We got to keep going forward against this football team.
Nice kick to Franks, who kicks it back to number 5, Connor Hurt. Takes the ball up, comes across the 30-yard line, and is finally brought down at about the 32-yard line. And I don't know if I'd want my quarterback receiving kicks.
Well, he was injured early in the season. He's just an all-purpose player. But you look over at Union City's sideline as Hurt is going to take it back to the middle of the field. That's Jaime Hernandez coming in there. Let's see. Also got a trip. I didn't catch that first number that actually got hurt by the ankle. But Jaime comes in and finishes it off for the stop there for Peabody Special Teams.
Greg in the backfield along with number 24, Westbrook. Hands it off to Craig. No, he keeps the ball, tries to go around the corner, but he is tripped up as he is brought down by number 2, and that is Wade.
Well, first man out there was Jaime Hernandez. We'll see 15 come from his linebacker position. So you got Wade out there, but Jaime Hernandez got him at the ankles. So those couple of guys there getting an assist on that tackle and the stop of quarterback Hurt.
All right, Connor Hurt right now. Looking a little bit worse for wear right there.
Well, I tell you, by the end of the night, we're going to appreciate this screen up here because we may not be able to see the numbers.
You're right about that. Connor Hurt pitches the ball out to number 24, Westbrook, and Westbrook is just brought down by number 1, and that is Hammonds. He is also brought down by Hernandez is out there, along with number 26. And, man, Jackson having a great game tonight.
Well,
this defense.
There was some pressure put on the quarterback there. Let's see who comes up. That's
Eubanks.
Eubanks coming there and gets the quarterback, but great pursuit by defense, and they never could get the edge there. You see Cortland Wade. You see who else is that? Isaiah Jackson out there. Jaime Hernandez. So another great job by that Peabody defense. And we're going to go to halftime.
Oh, man.
Peabody a lead.
There we go. We are at the half. Wow, Lee. Time flies. As right now, ladies and gentlemen, it is halftime, and so far we've only seen 3 passes attempted by Peabody, and How many attempted by Union City? None?
Well, I don't know your Coke yet. We'll just put it that
There
way.
we go. All right, we will be back in 5 minutes with some halftime information, stats. We talk more about Peabody football, take a look around and see how it's going in other games. This is Peabody football on WNWS.com.
Go Tide from Dynamics Physical Therapy and Fitness in Trenton. At Dynamics, our mission is to be the bright spot in our customers' day while pursuing excellence in healthcare and service. We can help you with physical therapy treatment programs for things like post-surgical rehab, rotator cuff dysfunction, TMJ dysfunction, joint and back neck pains. We specialize in sports medicine for on-site medical coverage for sporting events, comprehensive injury management, communication with athletes and parents, coaches and physicians, as well as 24-hour on-call access to professional staff. We have a 24-hour full-service health clubs specializing in group fitness classes, cutting-edge equipment, and training advice. Dynamics also provides free injury assessments, complimentary injury and pain screenings, providing treatment options and care coordination as well. And evaluations are done by licensed provider. Dynamics Physical Therapy and Fitness, 126 Davy Crockett Mall. Call 855-2221 for Dynamics Physical Therapy and Fitness. Hickerson Automotive Group Incorporated is locally owned and operated by Richie and Andrea Hickerson and their team of automotive experts. Call or come by today and let Richie, Anthony, Seth, Eric, Scotty, or William help you find the parts and accessories you need to get back on the road. Hickerson Automotive Group in Trenton is home to Napa Legend batteries, custom-made hydraulic hose assemblies, as well as all your hometown automotive, industrial, and agricultural parts. Hickerson Automotive Group, your Trenton Napa Auto Parts store. Call 855-9370. Open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and open Saturday 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. 2052 Highway 45 Bypass in Trenton.
Eddie and Clint Sturgeon at Eddie's Pharmacy say roll tide. Eddie's Pharmacy offers free delivery and 24-hour emergency service. Eddie's Pharmacy is a Health Mart pharmacy. We have 2 drive-through windows for your convenience. Hay flu season begins in the fall and peaks over the winter. Don't wait till it's too late. Get your flu shot at Eddie's. Plus, Eddie's Pharmacy offers vaccinations, B12 shots for a burst of energy. And if you have medications that require injection, we'll be happy to take care of that. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, Saturday, 8 to 2, plus 24-hour emergency service. Eddie's Pharmacy, 114 Davy Crockett Shopping Center, Trenton.
And we're back live, Walter Kilser Stadium, as it is your score, Peabody 21, Union City 0.
Drew, one thing we want to keep an eye on as the teams were leaving the field here, J.C. Eubanks was getting some attention and hobbling off the field. He's been a very integral part of this Peabody defense and the offensive line. So J.C. Eubanks is big on both sides of the ball. We'll keep an eye out for J.C. in the second half and see how he's moving and see how much action he can see in this second half. Drew, we talk about defense. Well, we talk about offense for Peabody and the astounding numbers and the offensive numbers that they put up this year. They've got another shutout going. You want to hear some numbers on the defense. Peabody, and this was before the game, after this first half tonight, Peabody has played 50 quarters in the season. They've only been scored on in 9 quarters during the course of the season. That's 13 weeks. In 1 quarter only had they given up more than 1 score, and that was way back in week 2 when Milan scored twice in the 4th quarter of that ball game, a 1-point win for Peabody. Peabody's defense has allowed 68 points in these 13 ball games. That's 5.6 per game coming into this one. 28 points allowed at home, 3.5. They've got 7 shutouts, as we told you, 5 of those coming here at Walter Kilser Stadium. They've been pretty stout against the run, giving up only 56 yards per game. Passing, they've given up 74 yards per game, 128 yards total offense that Peabody's defense has given up during the course of the season. They've got 17 interceptions on the year, and they've recovered 16 fumbles. Add 1 of those tonight, so they've covered 17 fumbles on the season. This Golden Tide defense is tough, and you put that with a potent offense, it makes for a pretty good football team.
Oh, yeah, a pretty good football team. You're right about that. And of course, Peabody's I've just been amazed with this replay, seeing how Peabody's defensive line has been playing.
Well, they're tough.
They are just you can't get past them, and if you can get past them, you got to try to outrun the backs.
Well, they're very strong up front. We talk about Osiris Wilson, who's made a couple of big plays, and Braxton John. Braxton's only that's their panda, so don't get confused. It's number 78, our Panda, Braxton Johnson. He's only a sophomore, but Osiris, we've talked about him. They went to a weight training meet down in Alabama, and he was the overall winner. He is strong as an ox. And so, yeah, it's some beef up front, and it pressures an offensive line to get a body on those guys and keep them out of the backfield. So, and that's where it all starts. Your linebackers are trying to tie up all of your offensive linemen, or as many offensive linemen as they can. Let your linebackers and your defensive end make those tackles. But this defensive front is so good for Peabody. They make a lot of tackles themselves.
They do. They make a lot of tackles. And don't forget now, the Hughes Eye Group, the best in medical and surgical eye care in Trenton. They are proud supporters of the Tide, the Trenton Medical Clinic, your hometown health provider, and Rockin' Dough Pizza. They feature a Saturday and Sunday brunch, rock out with Rockin' Dough Pizza, and King Jewelers and Watch Repair in Jackson. Find them on Facebook. Proud sponsors of Peabody football here on WNWS.com. We thank them. Also, we'd like to thank RFC of Milan, RFC Tactical of Milan. They are the proud sponsors of the replay that you've been seeing. Lawson Mann doing a great job along with Michael Chapman and, of course, Paul Schultze in bringing us those shots. We'd like to thank RFC Milan for making it possible for these three fine people to be joining us.
Drew, they make us even look better.
Yes, they do.
Because they never put us on there.
There you go, Lee. There you go. That's no. That's quite all right. That's quite all right.
Drew, we got some stats. Terry Brown, the
right.
statistician from Peabody, has stepped over with some stats for us. Peabody, and we talked about the condition of the field, Union City's tendency to our ability to have some turnovers in ball games. And with the field conditions what they are, we're expecting a lot of turnovers. Peabody has fumbled the ball twice, lost both of those. Union City has fumbled the ball twice and recovered each of those. Offensively, Peabody has 2 first downs passing, 5 on the ground for a total of 7. Meanwhile, Union City has 4 first downs rushing. Peabody throwing the ball tonight, 3 of 4, and 1 interception. Union City, of course, has not thrown the ball, so I don't owe you that Coke yet. But 56 yards passing for Peabody, 195 yards rushing for a total of 251. Meanwhile, Union City, 24 carries, 110 yards. Union City has punted twice. Not very good punts either time, and it gave Peabody excellent field position on one of those right at midfield. But 2 punts for 21 yards. It's been a very clean played ball game. 1 penalty on each team for 5 yards, and each of those was an illegal procedure, and so it's very, very clean played ball game between 2 outstanding football programs. You're going to get that when these 2 teams play each other. Mutual respect for each other. They're going to play as hard as they can go, and you know they want to beat you, but there's a lot of respect. And Coach Bowling and his staff at Union City do an outstanding job, and the kids work hard. They fought through some injuries this year, but Coach Jacobs and his staff, you know, an outstanding football team, a good group of seniors, an outstanding junior class with some super skill position players. And so, yeah, both teams having a good year this year, but things are bright for both teams as well.
Oh, yeah, they definitely are, and things are definitely looking good. And this is going to be a great second half, I got a feeling. This has been a physical ball game, right or wrongly. It's been physical.
Yeah, it's been very physical.
And it's going to start taking its toll, especially around about the fourth quarter.
Well, and you add to that physicality of the ball game the field conditions where players their footing is unsure. So, you know, you're stressing your players' physicality that much more. But, yeah, it's 2 teams. They're going to go at it. They're going to go at it, and they're going to hit hard, and may the best man win. Union City tonight is down 21-0, but we're a long way from done. 24 minutes of football, and a lot of things can happen in 24 minutes, especially with the explosiveness of this Union City offense.
Well, we're going to be back in 2 minutes, and we'll have more for you here as we are broadcasting live on WNWS.com. From Walter Kilzer Stadium, this is WNWS.com.
LA Realty LLC was started in January 2000 by longtime Gibson County native and real estate specialist Lynn Arnold. Since that time, our team has grown to include an office in Trenton, led by Ed Norman and many talented professionals who share the common goal of making your real estate goals a reality.
Man, I'm trying to get an update.
We've been involved with the buying and selling of homes in Trenton and adjacent areas for over 10 years. Since inception, we've been an important part of the local community, and we will continue to serve all of the area's real estate needs needs for years to come. For residential and commercial real estate, contact Ed Norman at 855-9899 or 571-7092. That's 571-7092. That's Ed Norman at LA Realty, 107 West Court Street in Trenton. Tour our listings at larealtyllc.com.
Legal problems don't always arise Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. When you need an attorney, you need them now. This is Bradley Owens of Hardy Martin & Owens Law Firm. Add my cell number to your contacts, 234-2400. That's 234-2400. At Hardy Martin & Owens, we handle all types of legal problems, including personal injury, workers' compensation, divorce and family law, estates, and criminal defense. With offices in Jackson and Trenton, let Hardy Martin & Owens handle all your legal needs. 424-2151 or on my cell, 234-2400.
Tipping the scales in your favor.
MasterFit Medical Equipment is on a mission, and that mission is to serve everyone with premium medical equipment at savings you wouldn't find elsewhere. At MasterFit, we represent over 200 medical equipment and supply manufacturers and over 90,000 products, with much of it in our warehouse right here in Jackson. Defibrillators, monitors, EKGs, pumps, sensors, and more. So when you need more affordable medical equipment, call MasterFit Medical Equipment at 554-1223.
And we're back live. This is WNWS.com, Peabody Football on WNWS.com. And before we hand it to you, Lee, let's go over tonight's sponsors one more time. We would like to thank RFC of Milan, RFC Tactical of Milan at 15423 South 1st Street in Milan. Also, we'd like to thank Hardy, Martin, and Overton Law Firm, Dynamics Physical Therapy and Fitness, Hickerson Automotive Group, Phelan Estes Insurance, Raspberry Tire and Service, Eddie's Pharmacy, L.A. Realty, Rock and Dough Pizza, King Jewelers and Watch Repair, Jackson, Sonic Drive-In, the Hughes Eye Group, Trenton Medical Clinic, Outback Steakhouse, MasterFit Medical Supply, and Premier Dental. And also we'd like to thank Lee Hayes. He's been doing color for us all year long. Lee, thank you for your dedication and for your knowledge. Couldn't have done it without you, bud.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun, and hopefully we've got more than one half of football left to go. Drew, let's take a look, and we won't give you all the scores in East Tennessee, but we will give you the 2A scores in the quarterfinals. Meigs County leading South Green 28-7 up in East Tennessee. That's a third quarter score. Also in 2A, Trousdale County leading undefeated Watertown 7-0. That was a second quarter score. And let's see, we'll get a little closer to home. Springfield and Northside are tied up in the second quarter, 13-13. The winner of this ball game, Union City and Peabody, will play on home field, on their own home field, against the winner of Decatur County Riverside Riverside and Waverly. And Decatur County Riverside leading in that ball game 7-6. That's a second quarter score. Gibson County teams in action. Milan playing Covington tonight. Covington Chargers leading that one 8-0. We talked about that Haywood-Dyersburg game.
Yeah.
Haywood up in that one 14-0.
Wow.
That will surprise some people with Dyersburg being undefeated on the year at 12-0, but it really doesn't surprise me because we know that Haywood has an outstanding football team and they've gotten back healthy. In Single A, Lake County leading Freedom Prep 16-0 tonight, and also in I guess that was it 5A or 6A, Henry County, they're tied up with Memphis Kirby 7-7 with 6 minutes left in that second quarter. So some good ball games around the state. After tonight, you'll have 4 teams left in each classification with the exception of the private schools.
Yep.
Private schools will be down to 2 after tonight. And so they've got their semifinals being played tonight. But, yeah, each classification will be down to 4 teams at the conclusion of tonight's action. We're certainly hoping that Peabody is one of those 4. And if they are, we'll be right back here with you next week from Walter Kilser Stadium.
That's right. And broadcasting at about 6:20. And, wow, we've got another exciting half. What do you think is going to happen, Lee? Do you think Peabody's going to keep their foot on the throat of Union City, or is Union City going to make the favorite comeback?
We know what Union City's going to do. Union City's going to do what they do, and if you can't stop them, they'll beat you. You know, I've been saying that for 10 years now, and so that's just what they do, and so they put a lot of pressure on your defense, and Peabody's defense has answered that challenge tonight superbly, and held Union City off of the scoreboard. I'm looking out. I don't see. Looking for, we had Kel Harvey, the starting center for Peabody, went out injured in that first quarter. Looked like maybe an ankle injury, but he was walking very gingerly off the field. And then we noticed at halftime, J.C. Eubanks was walking very gingerly off the field. And Drew, I don't see either one of those out here during warm-ups for this second half. We'll keep an eye on JC and Kel and see if they get back in for some action in this second half.
Well, here we go. 30 seconds to go, and once again, we'd like to thank some of our sponsors. We'd like to thank, you can always insure a win with Phelan Estes Insurance Agency, your independent insurance dealer of Trenton. Also, we like Hickerson Automotive Group of the Napa Legend Batteries, Trenton's Napa Auto Parts Store, Outback Steakhouse, no rules, just right, Masterfit Medical Supplies, the leading supplier of medical equipment for over 20 years, and Premier Dental. They say roll tide with 3 convenient locations in Bells and Jackson, and Dynamics Physical Therapy and Fitness of Trenton, proud supporters of the Golden Tide. And we are going to take a break, and when we come back, we will have the second half of tonight's big game. Once again, your score, Peabody 21 and Union City 0. This is Peabody football on WNWS.com.
What? 30 seconds to tell them about Rockin' Dough Pizza? Here goes. Try Rockin' Dough's ZZ Tots, shredded potatoes, cheddar, Havarti with a sriracha aioli. Or the Blues Burger, blackened beef, blue cheese, arugula with truffle mayo and a balsamic reduction. The Cuban Grinder with pork, ham, Swiss, pickles, garlic, basil aioli, and a grained mustard. The Super Freak Pizza, my favorite. White sauce, spicy Italian sausage with caramelized onions and honey. And their fantastic Sunday brunch. Rockin' Dough in the Jackson Walk Plaza. A slice of the good life.
It's the Competition Crusher sales event going on now at Sarah of Jackson. We will beat any dealer on any Chevy, period. 2018 Chevy Spark starting at $11,921 and payments as low as $184 a month. 2018 Chevy Sonic starting at $14,999 and payments as low as $239 a month. You can save over $12,000 on new 2018 Silverados. Big city deals, small town hospitality, only at Sarah of Jackson. One destination, so many choices. Crushing the competition every day in every way.
And we're back live here at Walter Kilzer Stadium. This is Drew Magruder along with Lee Hayes on WNWS.com, home of Peabody football. And your score, Peabody 21, Union City 0, as we are getting ready to start the second half.
Well, we're not hardly ready yet. We still got a couple of minutes. They may shorten it, but they're gonna go ahead and reset the clock here to begin this third quarter. Drew, one thing I want to mention: you look across the way at Union City's numbers. They only had they've got a lot of injuries. Still have a lot of injuries. They had some of their some outstanding football players come back from injury, but they've got some outstanding players who are injured on the sideline over there. Their numbers are down. They lost some really good linemen before the season started this year, and so that affected this team. But Union City is going to be back, and they're going to be strong. And you know what? They could start it right here in the second half. This ball game's not over yet.
Well, here we go with 12 minutes to go. Frank's set to kick. And Connor Hurt in the backfield to receive. Connor Hurt's looking. He doesn't get the ball, though. Instead, number 18 does. Takes the ball, and he gets hit and laid out by number 8, and that is a Wilkins.
Well, Wilkins is down there, and Vandiver was down there. We call a lot of names on this special team kickoff unit for Peabody. Vandiver being one of those. Young sophomore got down with a big hit on that back, and also, let's see.
Hernandez.
There was Hernandez down there also.
There's Eubanks.
So Eubanks is back in there, so we'll keep an eye on him. He limped back onto the field.
Oh, yeah.
They're coming out of the field house at halftime.
And he's still got a bit of a limp, but right now he gets down in a 4-point stance as Connor Hurt underneath center keeps the ball, and he is just wraps up by number 50 Eubanks, number 15 Hernandez, and number 2 Wade.
Well, that's exceptionally played defense. It's Simon football. We talked about it. You got a defensive end coming in, and a linebacker coming in, and a cornerback coming in to make the stop on that read play, as Connor Hurt tried to get to the edge and just couldn't make it through the black jerseys.
Man, the motor on Eubanks just never stops. He ran down the quarterback and came across the backfield to do it.
From the other side of the field, absolutely.
And we got a movement on Union City's side. Movement. Illegal procedure.
That's going to back them up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for Union City. But very clean played ball game, as we said there in the first half. And you talk about the motor on Eubanks, and I've said this. He has done a great job keeping his emotions in check this year. Coming into his senior year, we knew great things were ahead of him on the field, and he's done a great job of keeping his emotions in check and not letting his mind overplay his body.
There we go. Craig gets the ball, dodges, cuts around, avoids one tackle. Finally, he is wrapped up and brought down by number 10, Parks. Parks been the safety valve tonight, and we got a man down, number 26.
Well, that's
Jackson.
That's Isaiah Jackson. Looks like maybe an arm
holding.
injury coming out. Halbrook's going to go in for him. But, yeah, that's an arm injury for Isaiah Jackson, senior. You hate to see that for anybody, but Noah Halbrook coming in to take his spot at cornerback.
Nice shot of Craig as he goes into motion, catches the pitch out, dodges one player, runs over 2 more, and just falls down, finally brought down by Hannah, number 72.
Rafe Hanna getting out there on that Cortland Wade coming up from his safety spot. Drew, you talked about in the first half how physical this football game would be, and we're seeing the results of it in this ball game. A lot of hard hits and a lot of licks being passed.
10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Peabody up 21-0, but Union City's driving the ball 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line. And Connor Hurt right now calling the play. Underneath center, hands it off to Ramsey. Oh, Ramsey just takes the ball. He can't be stopped. Go, big man, go. As he takes it across the 50-yard line. And he's got himself a nice 25-yard gain. And every big boy's dream right there.
Well, I'll tell you, Ramsey took had some carries in that first game that we played him at Union City, right up the gut. And that's the first assignment that you've got to hit that fullback. You've got to hit him every snap, whether he has the ball or not. You've got to hit the fullback. Peabody didn't do it that time, and Ramsey got a big pickup down inside the 35-yard line for the Tornadoes.
And now Connor Hurt underneath center, sends a man in motion, takes a snap, hands it off to, no, he keeps it himself, but he is wrapped up for a loss of yards, brought down by Bryce Franks and number 72, Hannah.
Well, that's a nice job by Bryce Franks from his defensive end position. He didn't bite on that fake from Hurt to Caleb Craig, to Ramsey, and he did a nice job getting across the line of scrimmage and dropped Hurt for a 2-yard loss, about a 2-yard loss there, so it'll be 2nd and 12 for Union City.
All right, Connor underneath center right now. 2 men in the backfield, Ramsey and Craig. And here we go, Connor Hurt checking out of the play, calling another one. Underneath center, he's going to keep the ball, pitches out to Craig. Craig goes up between 2 Peabody players and runs over another one and bumbles and stumbles to about the 23-yard line where even the referee slips.
Well, that's a nice job by Hammonds there, coming up from his safety position to make that stop on Caleb Craig after a big pickup. Craig
normally
picked up
Jackson's
11
spot.
yards. Yeah, picked up 11 yards on that, and Hammonds came up and made the stop. That's the pressure on this defense that we talked about, the fakes to the fullback and then the quarterback option, and then he tosses to a tailback with the caliber that Caleb Craig has. They can do a lot of damage, and a big pickup there on 2nd down.
7:50 to go in the third quarter. 21-0 Peabody, but Union City driving 3rd and 1. And did they get the ball as the quarterback, number 54, Ramsey, still fighting his way forward. Looks like he's got the first down.
Yeah, Ramsey with the first down carry there, and that's something that we talked about. You see on the replay here is he's going to stick it in that fullback's belly every time, and there he was trying to decide whether he was going to pull it or not. Ramsey was not going to let him pull. He had a wrap on that ball, and Ramsey was going to get that first down, and he did for Tornadoes.
1st and 10, ball at the 23-yard line. And now Hurt keeps the ball, pitches out to Craig. Craig tries to go around the corner, but he is stopped.
Textbook tackle there.
Number 1, Hammonds.
Textbook tackle by Hammonds coming up from his safety position. Hit him low. Didn't let him get to the edge before he came up. Watch Hammonds come from his safety position, coming across the field there with the stop. Where does he go? Right at the feet. You can't tackle him up high. He's got great lower body strength, and Eli did a great job there hitting him low.
Chapman with a nice shot. Here we go. Hands it off to Ramsey again, and Ramsey just pushes Eubanks back. Just pushes him back. Eubanks playing kind of injured. He's kind of favoring that right leg, but Ramsey just pushed him right back as Union City is going with the hurry-up offense. Be third right now, third and about 8. Movement on the line. Now Hurt checks out of the play, calls another one after looking at the sidelines. 15 seconds to go on the play clock. Hands it off to Ramsey, and Ramsey just falls forward. He just tripped up over Eubanks and Franks.
Yeah, nothing there. Nice job by Peabody defensively, and Ramsey on
Ramsey
the carry.
favoring his leg, too.
Yeah, he's played a hard ball game.
Oh, yeah.
He plays on both sides of the field, offense and defensive. Now Peabody's going to get a sideline warning. Yeah, coaches got too close to the sideline there, so they get a warning. No penalty against it. It's just a warning. Next one will be a penalty.
4th down, and Union City's going for it. Ramsey and Craig in the backfield, along with Hurt. Number 26 at the flanker position, 2 ends. Here we go. Connor, he keeps the ball, and he pitches it out to Craig, and Craig is stopped by number 10. And who else is on that play? They're picking him up off the ground. I do believe that is Franks, 86, who comes up hobbling.
We talk about assignment football. Watch this. You got a defensive tackle, takes the quarterback right there. Franks gets out. You got a safety coming up who's there in Parks, and then Franks getting out there from defensive end. That's what we talk about in assignment football. Everybody's got a man. Peabody had every option covered up for Union City. They're going to take over first down and 10 to go from the 18-yard line.
Dixon in the backfield with Cooper Bogas. Hands it off to Dixon. Dixon takes it up the middle. He fights, he churns, he just grunts, and finally he is pushed backwards as we are 5:50 and counting in the third quarter, 21-0 for Peabody. And this is just stalled into just a good old-fashioned brawl right now as both teams are exchanging some hard licks.
And it's going to be physical the rest of the ball game. And, you know, Peabody's going to let the clock run. They're going to let that time clock run down, or excuse me, the play clock run down. They're going to try and get every bit of time off the clock that they can here, keep the ball out of the hands of Union City.
And here we go. A nice little throw to number 7, Hallbrook, who is finally brought down by number 18 and also number 5 playing defense, the quarterback. Connor Hurt playing defense. And if we got a score, man, you're not going to believe this. Big surprise. Don't know what quarter it is, but we got a score. Dyersburg and Haywood, 26 Haywood, Dyersburg 0.
You know, that just doesn't shock me. Well, maybe the differential in points does, but it does not surprise me Haywood leading in that ball game, but maybe the margin of victory or margin of the lead.
Here we go. What a run by number 8 Wilkins. Jacquez Wilkins with a nice run as they keep that clock going. They move those sticks.
Very quick first step for Jacquez.
Yes.
And you know, a lot of speed, a lot of quickness, and even on this mud surface that they're playing in, you know, you got the power of Jarrell Dixon, and then you come back with the speed and quickness of Jacquez Wilkins, and that's some combinations there for Peabody offensively. Wilkins gets the first down that time, moves the ball up to the 40-yard line. Biggest thing is clock still moving and the ball in Peabody's hands.
Well, ever since week 9, Peabody's been playing on a muddy field, so they're used to it by now. They've been playing on it for quite a while. All right, there we go. Now the quarterback keeps the ball. Bogus hurdles over number 18 and number 54, Ramsey. Watch it on the replay as Bogus just hurled over 2 players. You see it on the RFC tactical replay. He takes the ball and hurdles over 3 players.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm not very excited. I mean, excited for the play for Cooper, and he's a tremendous athlete, but you hate to see your quarterback going airborne like that.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of risk of injury there, but Cooper's a tough one, and he pulled it down and picked up 7 yards for Peabody.
Hands it off to his back, number 8.
He's gone.
And you're right, Lee. He's gone. 20, 15, 10, 5 equals 6 for number 8. That's right. Number 8 for the Tide. That is Jaquez Wilkins with a 46-yard touchdown run with about 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Your score, see it on the replay. And that was a 56-yard touchdown run, 56 yards for young Mr. Wilkins. And your score right now, 27-0 Peabody with 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. And the extra point is good, so it's 28-0 with 3:19 to go in the third quarter. And once again, Lee, you see it on the replay.
That's a nice job by Jaquez. We talked about he's got a little bit of power in those legs and got through that initial line of defense of the Tornadoes. And once he was into the open field, nobody was going to catch him. A lot of speed there from Trayvon Westbrook, but he never had a chance to catch Jaquez Wilkins from behind. So we talk about the scoring and the options and the weapons that this Peabody football team has, Drew. Halbrook has scored tonight on a 68-yard touchdown run. Bogus has scored tonight on a 58-yard touchdown run. Dixon has scored tonight on a 19-yard touchdown run. And Jaquez Wilkins has just scored the 4th touchdown of the night on a 54-yard run for this Peabody football team. That's 4 big plays. We talked about the big play capability of this offense, and they've lived on it this ball game tonight.
And so far, you're Coke-free, or I'm Coke-free. Union City yet to put the ball in the air, and so far, less than 5 passes for the Peabody, as they've just been forcing this run issue all night long.
They've not had to throw the ball. They've been successful on the ground in these conditions. That's a good thing.
Number 18 with the return, and he is stopped by Mr. Wilkins again. Everybody gets in. Everybody does their fair share around here.
Drew, one thing for us to start talking about here, 3 minutes left in the third quarter. With the type of offense, and we've told you about the Veer offense that Union City runs, and they don't pass a whole lot. They've thrown less than 15 times on the season. And it's just not an offense that is capable of quick scores. They're more of a grinded out team. So and running the ball every play, it keeps that clock moving also.
Oh, yeah.
So you know, it puts you get down by 4 scores, it's tough for an offense like this to come back.
Keeps the ball off, pitches out to Craig. Craig avoids one tackle, but he is wrapped up by number 50, Eubanks, who ran him down from the other side of the field.
Cortland Wade coming up from his safety position and overran the play, but yes, J.C. Eubanks coming from across the field.
Watch him.
He's playing defensive end over, and he's coming all the way across and making that stop. You see Cortland fly by, and then J.C. Eubanks coming from his defensive end position on the other side of the field to make that stop on Craig from behind.
And man, if he's dinged up, he's dinged up in a good way.
I tell you.
Man in motion, hurt underneath center, and he hands it off to Ramsey, Ramsey is tackled by, guess who? Number 50, J.C. Eubanks.
Yeah, he's all over the field tonight. J.C. had a big night last week against TCA, and he had I think he was close to double digits in tackles, but J.C. Eubanks from his defensive end position. Good push up front by Osiris and Braxton, and that kept that offensive front occupied. J.C. was able to sneak across and make that stop.
All right, Union City right now. Connor Hurt getting a play from the sideline, so they've got to do something, trying to spread people out wide now. But he hands it off to his big back. No, keeps it, flips it off to to Craig, and Craig gained some positive yards, and I think they might even have enough for a first down.
Yeah, first down for Caleb Craig there. Pickup of about 7 yards. That's going to put it at the 49-yard line. Parks limping out after that play. It was good assignment football. You had Parks out there, and he was there with, but got blocked with Cortland Wade coming over and making that stop for Peabody.
Ramsey right now showing the wear and tear of playing both sides of the ball for almost 3 whole quarters. Connor sends a man in motion. Hurt keeps the ball, pitches this out to Craig. Craig dodges one tackle, trying to make it to the corner, where he is brought out by number 7, but there's a flag thrown.
Yeah, it's going to be thrown right at the 49-yard line. I'm not sure if we're not going to have a face mask on that, or it's something on that block. We'll let them sort it out. It could be a couple of different things. Clean play ball game tonight, 3 penalties. One on Peabody for 5 yards, 2 on Union City for 10 yards. That's going to be a holding on Union City, so be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So that's going to back them up to the 39-yard line. It'll still be first down, but it'll be 1st and 20 instead of 1st and 10.
A minute 12 to go in the third quarter. Peabody up 28-0. We'd like to thank our sponsors, RFC Tactical of Milan, for the supplying the instant replay. We'd like to thank Hardy Martin and Owens Law Firm, Raspberry Tire and Service Center, Sonic, Eddie's Pharmacy, also LARealty.com, King's Jewelers, and Watch Repair of Jackson. Right now, Connor Hurt underneath center, takes a snap, pitches it out to Craig. Craig avoids one tackle, cuts it to the outside, gets the first down, and runs over. No, now he's got to stop watching this monitors. Picture's so great.
Well, that's a nice job by,
9-yard gain on the play
by Caleb Craig there, and he got to the edge there, made a cut to the inside, and then kicked it back to the outside right there. And Parks got hung up in the traffic, couldn't make the stop. Jaime Hernandez hustling down, but it's Eli Hammonds coming over from his safety position, making the stop. 1 yard short of the first down, so it'll be 2nd and 1 for Union City.
All right, 24 seconds to go. 2nd and 1. Nice gain on the play by Craig, as right now Connor Hurt behind center. Hands it off to Ramsey, and Ramsey trips up over number 15, Hernandez. And that's enough for the first down with 7 seconds to go in the third quarter, and this just might have been the last play. We'll see. We got one more play as Union City's trying to hurry things up. They're already at the ball.
Yeah, they won't get this off. The officials wound that clock as the sticks were set, so we're going to the fourth quarter, Drew.
Fourth and final quarter, ladies and gentlemen, and we will be back in 30 seconds.
Trenton Medical Clinic provides care to patients with chronic disease such as high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, anxiety, depression, asthma, COPD, attention deficit disorder, obesity, and many other illnesses. DOT exams are also performed at their location. Most all insurances are accepted, including all TennCare products. Reasonable self-pay pricing is available. Trenton Medical Clinic is open Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Appointments can be made by calling 731-855-2803. Walk-in patients are welcomed.
And we're back, Walter Kilser Stadium, as we go to the fourth quarter. Peabody Golden Tide leading the Golden Tornadoes of Union City 28-0 in this ball game, and it's been Peabody's offense. They've gotten scores from 4 different weapons tonight to lead this ball game 28-0. But give this defense a lot of credit. They've got 7 shutouts on the season. They're working on number 8 right now, and they would love nothing more than a shutout against this Golden Tornado football team here in the quarterfinal round.
Oh, yeah.
We're 12 minutes away from seeing who's one of the final 4 teams in each classification.
Like I said, whenever you go to the rounds that say final on them, that's what they are, final. 12 minutes to go. Here we go, 39-yard line. Connor Hurt underneath center, going right to left on your monitor, or however you're watching it at home. Here we go. Connor takes a snap, hands it off to Ramsey. Ramsey, nope. Connor keeps the ball.
Yeah, stuck it in the belly there, Ramsey, and pulled it and tried to get to the edge, but nice coverage by defenders for Peabody. Let's see, Jarrell Dixon was there. Cortland Wade was there to make that stop. Minimal pickup of 1 yard for Connor Hurt.
And right now, speaking of Hurt, all those plays, all those hits and nicks that you've had since the end of July are right now starting to throb and starting to hurt, as these guys have been playing football since the end of July. And this is the fourth quarter with 11 minutes to go. Peabody 28, Union City 0. And Hurt hands it off to Ramsey, clean handoff, and Ramsey just dives over the line of scrimmage, where he is brought down by number 50, Eubanks.
Nice pickup there for Ramsey. Boy, I tell you what, he plays hard. He's got a motor on him. Looks like he's stretching out a cramp there. He's got a motor on him, and he's going to go at it with everything he's got on every play on both sides of the field.
All right, here we go. Ramsey in the backfield with Craig, man in motion. Hurt hands the ball off, and Ramsey pushes his way to the front. And the clock keeps running with 10:45. And we got some early bird flyers out here. People already starting to head on out.
Well, it got a little cooler when the sun went down. Beautiful day out today. A nice day for football. But, yeah, some folks are ready to beat the crowd out of the stadium in this one.
Well, here you go. Ladies and gentlemen, in the backfield, Ramsey and Craig. Connor Hurt underneath center. Pitches it out to Craig. Craig cuts it back to the inside where he has put his head down, and he is hit hard.
All the credit in the world, and I believe this is Cortland Wade. Let's double check on the replay to make sure that's Cortland Wade coming up from the cornerback position, turns Caleb Craig back inside where he was met by a swarm of Peabody defenders in black jerseys. But yeah, let's see what happens here with Cortland Wade coming up, turning him back inside, and there they are. Had a welcome committee, just like welcome wagon there, Drew.
Oh, there you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Cooper Bogus underneath center takes the snap. He's going to keep the ball, but we got a stoppage in play. 10 minutes to go in this game. Your score, Peabody 28, Union City 0.
Very clean played ball game, Drew. As we
yes.
said, that's only Peabody's second penalty of the night, both of those being the 5-yard variety for illegal procedure. I do have a score update. We told you the winner of this ball game will be on their home turf next week to play the winner of Decatur County Riverside and Waverly. Waverly has taken the lead in that ball game 18-7 there at halftime.
Cooper Bogus hands the ball off to number 8, and he's gone. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a 69-yard touchdown run as number 8 Wilkins has another run. Wow, 68-yard touchdown run. Kind of lulled everybody to sleep, including Union City Peabody fans, as 1st and 10 with a 60. Look at that blocking that hole, and just the speed of as he is gone. That is fast. That is crazy fast right there.
What did we say? 68-yard run there for Jock
69.
69-yard run.
Had the ball on the 31, and he ripped it off for a 69-yard touchdown run, and your extra point is good. And what a play. Tell us what we're seeing, Lake.
Well, you see Jock Wells. He just breaks it right up the middle. Nice job by the offensive line for Peabody, opening a big hole right there in the A gap. And Jock Wells is so quick to that hole, Union City never had a chance. And I tell you, once he gets to the second level, they have even less of a chance. Never give up there by number 18 for Union City South Theobald, but too much quickness for Jock Wells as Jock Wells gets his second touchdown of the night on a 69-yarder. So Jock Wells has got a 54-yarder and a 69-yarder for 2 touchdowns in this ballgame.
And I'll tell you what, with 9:54 to go, the clock now, we are under, and I never thought I'd see this in the quarter semis, but the clock, mercy rule, is in effect.
You know, and the type of offense that Union City is going to run, it's very there's not a lot of passing. And the clock's going to go pretty quick anyway because it's a ball control offense, and they're down 35-0. So, yeah, it's very surprising for a Peabody and Union City ball game to be with the running clock, but that's what we're going to have here unless something changes on the scoreboard.
Well, there we go, and that is number 5 with the kick. Number 4 as Craig with the kickoff return, and he's got a decent return as Union City will set up shop at about their 34-yard line.
Here's that man we talk about on kick coverage, Tyler Desmond, coming in. As in on the stop, as was Jock Wells Wilkins and Jaime Hernandez in on there. So great kick coverage again by Peabody Golden Tide. Union City is going to start at their own 34-yard line.
Well, here we go. I formation. And Connor Hurt right now taking his time. 10 seconds to go on the play clock. Ramsey, fullback spot, and Craig takes the handoff, and he just falls forward and runs right into number 58, and that is Osiris Wilson and J.C. Eubanks.
Well, I tell you, that's Craig running up the middle there. Nice job by the Peabody defense. And, yeah, Union City at this point of the ballgame, they know with the running clock and bound by 5 scores that they're not going to come back and win this ballgame. It's not that they're not going to try and score, but they're not going to be in any hurry. They're going to let that they're going to let the play clock run down. They're just trying to get to the end of the ball game here. They know that it's over. They know that Peabody has won, and they know that Peabody's going to be at home Friday night next week.
Well, here we go. And again, Ramsey wrapped up by number 58, Osiris Wilson. And 8-18 keeps going, 8-16, 8-15. Once again, we'd like to thank Dynamics Physical Therapy and Fitness, Premier Dental Center, Master Fit Medical Supplies, Outback Steakhouse, Hickerson's Automotive Group, Phelan Estes Insurance Agency, the Hughes Eye Group, Trenton Medical Clinic, Rock and Dough Pizza, King Jewelers Watch and Repair. Also, we'd like to thank LARealty.com and Eddie's Pharmacy, serving Trenton area for 35 years. Here we go, pitch out. The number 4, Craig. Craig takes the ball around the 40-yard line, gets it to about the 43-yard line, to about the 44.
There's that name again. J.C. Eubanks
Yes.
from his defensive end position. Cortland Wade also in on the stop. J.C. once again going all the way across the field. Cortland coming up from his cornerback position with the wrap-up, and J.C. there to clean it up.
Man, J.C. Eubanks. What does this guy do in the offseason? I mean, does he chase horses?
He's a hunter.
He's a hunter?
He's a hunter and a fisher.
Man. He's definitely got a motor that will not quit. It's caught my eye all year long. I mean, he's had a great senior season. Here we go. Oh, and we got a man who went out early for Union City.
Union City is going to be called for illegal procedure there as that as the right tackle jumped before the ball was snapped. He just got a head start.
Oh, yeah, just like some of the fans you see here leaving.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's just getting a head start.
Well, like I said before, Lee, you know, these young men, you know, congratulations to both teams for making it this far. All the hard work that has paid off for them to make it this far. They both had great seasons, but they've been practicing and hitting each other since late July. And then here in this fourth quarter, these little hurts are starting to come. All the nicks and dings are starting to show up.
Well, and it's a psychological part of it, too,
Oh,
for
yeah.
Union City. They know that their season is coming to an end, and for these seniors, you know, what a career they've had at Union City, and they had a state championship last year. Who would have thought, with Union City losing their first 3 ball games and 4 of their first 5 ball games, that here they would be in week 3, quarterfinal round of the playoffs. It's Union City. They're going to do what they do. If you don't stop them, they're going to beat you. And this Peabody defense has stopped them tonight, and the weapons for Peabody offensively have been superb. Big plays, 5 big plays, 5 touchdowns for Peabody.
Well, there you go. And Peabody right now, thanks once again to RFC Tactical of Milan for providing us with the replay at 1542-3 South 1st Street in Milan. Cooper Bogus in the backfield. Takes the snap, hands it off to number 4, who just bowls his way to the front. And he just barely crosses the line of scrimmage for about a 1-yard gain. 5:30 and counting.
Yeah, Peabody's going to be content to just run up the middle here and let the clock run down. And as you see Desmond Tyler coming in, the senior getting some snaps on offense, Noah Halbrook coming out. So Hammondsby set out wide, and Desmond Tyler. You know, Tyler came in against Union City in that first ball game and had a touchdown run, had a 51-yard touchdown run in the first meeting against Union City. Now he's getting a snap or 2 on offense. And there's the play that he scored on.
There you go. Trying to cut around the corner, makes it to 20, dodges a man, is finally brought down, and he still refuses to go down, but finally is down. And that clock continues to run with 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go. 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the fourth quarter.
That jet sweep, that's what Desmond Tyler scored on in that first ball game. He couldn't get to the edge there. Nice pursuit by Union City. Stopped him for a 4-yard gain. Drew, if fans wanted to join the Coach Jacobs in addressing the team after the ball game, they can go to Peabody Golden Tide Football Facebook page. I'm on my way down to the field. I'll be back up a little bit later and we'll talk, but it's been another pleasure. Roll Tide. Peabody with an outstanding ball game tonight.
Well, all right. Well, there you go. You can follow Lee on Peabody's Facebook page. As right now, we've got the Cooper Bogus hands the ball off as Peabody right now. This is quite academic with a 35-point lead. Hands the ball off to number 8, Wilkins. And Cooper Bogus, as you can see on the replay, nice little handoff as Peabody right now just letting the clock run down. 3:52 and counting. 35-0. Your score 35-0. Once again, we'd like to thank Rock and Dough Pizza, the Hughes Eye Group, also Phelan Insurance Agency, the King's Jeweler and Watch Repair, LA Realty in Jackson, Eddie's Pharmacy serving Trenton and area for 35 years. Also, the Sonic with 6 locations in Jackson. Raspberry Tire and Service Center, proud supporter of the Tide. And Hardy, Martin, and Owens Law Firm tipping the scales in your favor. And timeout's called, 3:25 to go, and somebody calls a timeout. And it looks like it's Union City, as they call, or was it Peabody? I think Peabody called a timeout. Peabody has Lawson Mann, who's been here. And Lawson's been been enjoying the game. He was rooting for the wrong team last week, but I'm glad to see him now rooting for this team. No? You sure about that? Okay. All right. All right, here we go. You're not a Titans fan, are you, Lawson? There you go. There you go. Only 2 teams in Tennessee, Peabody and the Volunteers. No. All right, here we go, Lawson. 3:25. Lawson says Gibson County. 3:25 to go. And Peabody's going to punt the ball as their defense wants to pitch a shutout. 3:25. Franks back to punt. And it's a little pooch punt, and it goes right out of bounds. And the clock continues to run, though, 3:17 and counting, and that ball went right out of bounds, and they are saying that it went out at about the 47-yard line. Well, now, it's been a pleasure bringing you Peabody football all year long, and we're going to do it for one more week. Now, I don't know who'll be doing the actual play-by-play, but I can guarantee you when you turn on WNWS.com Friday night, Peabody football will be there streaming, and you'll be able to hear all the action and hopefully see the action live as it happens on WNWS.com. All right, Michael Chapman been working with us all night. Great shots from the sideline. And also Lawson Mann giving us some great replay. And what about the camera work of one Paul Schultze? Fantastic road-worthy studios. All right, here we go. And you can see Connor Hurt kept the ball. Nice little nifty run for about 5 yards, 5-yard gain. 2:16 and counting going. And on the tackle for the Tide, number 86, Bryce Franks. Connor Hurt underneath center. And the bobble snap and it's picked up by number 86, Bryce Franks, as Peabody gets the ball in a late turnover, but the game's pretty much over with. Let's see what the referees call it. We'll see it on replay. And there you go. False start against Union City. And who's going to get the ball back? All right, they're going to push him back. So that play really never happened. 1:22 and counting as Union City, once again, congratulations to the Union City players, staff, and everybody connected with Union City football. Hey, you had a great year. Hey, you had to work hard and you had to play great to make it this far. You had a fantastic year. Now, Connor Hurt keeps the ball, and he is wrapped up by Wilson and also Eubanks. 59 seconds and counting, ladies and gentlemen, as the Tide about to roll to another big win as their win streak does continue, making them, I do believe, 13-0 at this point. And ladies and gentlemen, 40 seconds to go into the game, and the Peabody faithful leaving out of here. Union City's fans, most of them are staying. 30 seconds to go in this game, 30 seconds to go. As a Union City sends a man in motion. Hands it off to, Connor Hurt keeps it, pitches it out to Craig. And Craig gets wrapped up, dodges one player, throws down another one, cuts it around towards the Union City bench, now cuts it to the inside where he is taken down by number 4. That is Jarrell Dixon. And that, my friends, is the end of the game and the end of the Union season. As there you go, your final score, Peabody 35 and Union City 0. And what a game for Peabody as everything worked well for them. Their offense, their defense, everything was hitting it on all 8 cylinders as this Peabody machine rolls into the next round, the semifinals. And they will play, as I look at the playoff brackets for 1AA, and they will play the winner of the Riverside and Waverly, and we will have that for you on WNWS.com. I'm sure if you listen to the postgame show on 101.5 later tonight, Dan Reeves and Seabass will have the winner of that game. But right now, on behalf of all of our sponsors, we'd like to thank one more time, Paul, if you will, just hold it with us, Hardy and Martin Owens Law Firm, Raspberry Tire and Raspberry Tire and Service Center, the Sonic Drive-In, Eddie's Pharmacy, LARealty.com, King Jewelers and Watch Repair, Rock and Dough Pizza, Trenton Medical Clinic, the Hughes Eye Group, also Phelan Esses Insurance Agency, the Hickerson Automotive Group, also Outback Steakhouse, Master Fit Medical Supplies, Premier Dental, and Dynamics Physical Therapy and Fitness. Once again, we'd like to thank Worthy Road Studios, Michael Chapman, Paul Schultze, and Lanford Mann for their help. And we'd also like to thank you guys for great work tonight, man. Lawson, man. And also we'd like to thank RFC Tactical of Milan for helping bring you this broadcast in great quality. Guys, thank you for working with us. You know, we're going to have to keep Michael Chapman around because he's part of the good luck charm, just like you are, Lanford. All right. On behalf of Lee Hayes and everyone with Worthy Road Studios, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you back here next Friday, 6:40 on WNWS.com. We're gone.